In the art community, I don't think we talk enough about some of the more personal and social parts of being an artist. And one of the things that I want to talk about today, or the thing that I want to talk about today, is building a positive social circle of people that support what you do, as opposed to trying to gain favor with people that don't value what you do already. And I think a lot of times we spend a lot of effort, a lot of time trying to gain the acceptance and the affirmation from people that are not interested in what we do as creatives. And when you do that, you're setting yourself up to be extraordinarily disappointed. You're setting yourself up to be demoralized, and you're setting yourself up for failure. I'm a big fan of find people that already like what you do, and then find people that are willing to invest monetarily in what they already like about you. Trying to convince people, sometimes it works. I'm not going to say that it doesn't, but more often than not, you end up talking about what you're doing and being met by glazed eyes that have no idea what you're talking about. And it can be frustrating, when you're dealing with a spouse who's not necessarily as creative, a person as you are, to think that they don't support you because they have that look on their face, and they change the subject when you're talking about what you're passionate about creatively. They aren't there for your art. They're there to love you in other ways. And that can include friends, and that can include family. But you have to have your creative tribe. If you don't have your creative tribe, then it's very difficult to motivate yourself to want to create. Your practical tribe is the tribe that loves you, is the tribe that you barbecue with, that you do family stuff with, you do friend-related stuff with, you're grabbing a beer. But your creative tribe sometimes is separate from those people. In the best case scenario, they're people that you can integrate all that into. And I'm fortunate enough to have some friends like that. But I also recognize where with certain friends that understanding and toleration of who I am has a definite cap. And you can't be mad at people for having that cap on your creativity, because remember, it's your creativity. It's not their creativity, and they don't come from that world. So when you build your creative circle, it's not that you're building a bunch of yes men and yes women for an echo chamber. You're building a supportive community that checks in on you, that is actually interested in what you do, will have a hard conversation when they see you going off the rails because they care. Your job is to receive the support that they're trying to give. And whether it's a congrat or a critique, they're doing it for the betterment of you. You've got to be a big enough person to accept what they're trying to give when they invest in that way as part of your tribe. And, the expectation should be from them, or for them, is for you to do the same thing by them. Agreeing and just saying you're the greatest thing in the world is not a good thing. That's not a good way to support a friend that's a creative, and that's not a good way for a friend to support you as a creative. And I think a lot of artists feel isolation because they haven't focused on building their creative tribe. They've spent more time trying to bend what they do into a form that fits a more practical mold, a more practical set, and they're hoping to gain that acceptance that they're wanting. Because the people that you're closest to are the ones that you want the most admiration from. Well, the people that are closest to you might not think that you're that great of an artist. They might not like art. They might not understand art. So you're leaving them at a distinct deficiency to be able to even embrace you as an artist because of the aforementioned things that keep them from being being connected to your work. This past weekend, I went to a mall that's fairly quiet as far as malls are concerned, and I had no idea that it had turned into this kind of, one branch of it had become this maker space, with artist studios and all these other things. And you meet people, and you come to these gatherings, you open the lines of communication, and while you may not be as, close to these people initially as you are to those that you really want those accolades from, they already understand the language that you talk. And I think it's there that you should pull from to get your support pool. And likewise, doing to others as they do unto you, support them as well. I can't tell you the number of times that I have kind of blown off an event or not gone somewhere because, I'm an extroverted introvert. And sometimes, you get this mental exhaustion from trying to convince people that don't understand you and then having enough in the tank to go talk to people that genuinely do understand you and make those connections with people that understand you. So it's almost like this reverse, you're doing the reverse of what would make you productive in this area. And I don't know what that is. I don't understand why we do that, as creatives sometimes, spending so much time trying to get people that don't get us to get us instead of just being got by the people that get it. And that's something that I've been guilty of in the past. And I think most of us have. But I would strongly urge all of us, you, me, a friend who, kind of resembles this particular topic, to start connecting to people that support and understand what you do and build that tribe on all those levels, whether they're patrons, whether they're fans, whether they're followers, whether they're just friends that want to talk about what you relate to. That keeps you from being or having any animosity towards a spouse, towards a family member for not getting you. Having a well-rounded world that encompasses all those outlets goes a long way to benefiting you as an artist and keeping you positive and focused as an individual. Share, like, or subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the topic. Let friends know about life as art. And until the next time, take care.